Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In this lesson, we will switch back to Oxford Progressive English and we will complete our remaining portion of Unit 3, that are page number 18 and page number 19. In our previous lesson of Oxford Progressive English, Book 5, we have dealt with the story, and if you remember, the title of the story is The Show. Dear students, open your books at page number 17, lesson number 3. I hope you have done the reading thoroughly and you have understood the story completely. Let's deal with the exercises today. You can see on your page number 17 exercise number 2 that says correct the false statements with information from the text. You are given 6 sentences. First, you have to identify whether the statement is true or false. And if the statement is false, you will have to write the true statement for the false ones. And you will have to write T for the true statements. Before we deal with the exercise, you should recall the story. Statement number 1 is, William wanted to collect money so that they could go to the zoo. What do you think? If the statement is true or false? Yes, the statement is false and the true statement is William wanted to collect money so that they could buy bows and arrows. Now, you have to write F in front of sentence number 1 and then write the correct statement that you can see on your screens. Statement number 2 is, Aunt Emily had been very ill 2 years ago. And we have read in the story that Aunt Emily had a slight cold 2 years ago. So she was not very ill, but she had only slight cold. So this statement is also false, and true statement is Aunt Emily had a slight cold 2 years ago. Come to statement number 3. Aunt Emily enjoyed eating and sleeping. Yes, this is a true statement. Write T in front of statement number 3. Number 4. William's mother said that he could have a few friends in his room on Sunday afternoon. Is this a true statement? Yes, this is a true statement. You can also look into the text if the statement is true or false. Number 5. The children come for the show and knocked on the front door of William's house. If you remember the story, the children came for the show through the window. So the true statement will be, the children came for the show, climbed onto the garden wall, crawled along it and climbed through the window. You can see this statement on your screens. Statement 6 is, William wrote the notices for Aunt Emily after the show had started. And the statement is true. So write T in front of statement 6. Now let's move to page number 19, exercise 2. That says answer questions about the text. And I have given these questions to you in my previous lesson. And I have asked you to make your own answers. So let's check, did you get the right answer? Dear students, you have to write these questions and answers on your notebook. Write the topic, the show, and the event is question and answers. Let's discuss these questions now. This is exercise number 2 at page number 19. Question number 1 is, how did William and his friends plan to collect money? Were they successful? This question has 2 parts. Number 1 is, how did William and his friends plan to collect money? And the answer to this question is, they planned to do a show and charge their friends money. Answer to part number 2 is, yes, they were successful. As you remember that they have earned more money than they had expected. Question number 2 is, what happened when Aunt Emily woke up? And answer is, when Aunt Emily woke up, she saw a group of boys in her bedroom. Question number 3. What did Aunt Emily first think when she woke up? And answer is, she thought it was a dream. Question 4. Do you think William's father was angry with him? If yes, then why? If not, then why not? The answer is, William's father was not angry with him because Aunt Emily decided to leave the house at once. And we have read in the story that he wanted Aunt Emily to leave the house. Number 5. Did William and Henry make more money or less money than they had expected? Yes, the show was successful and students paid more money to visit Aunt Emily again and again. And also William's father had given him some money, so they made more money than they had expected. You should write these question answers on your notebook, and you also need to learn these question answers. Let us now move to exercise number 3, that is at page number 19. This exercise says, complete the sentences about part 1 and 2 of the story on page number 111. What you have to do now, go to page number 111 of your Oxford Progressive English. Find there the heading, Unit 3, Lesson number 5, Exercise number 3. Open your books at page number 111. So we shall start reading. So let's start now. I will read the first part of the sentence and you will find the second part of it in your text at page number 17. Sentence number 1. William's father was annoyed because, go to the text, lesson number 3, the show at page number 17, and find the second part of it from the text. I will solve sentence number 1 for you. William's father was annoyed because he had just woken up from his nap. Sentence number 2 is, William wanted to collect some money so that, you have to find the reason why they wanted to collect money. Sentence number 3. William planned the show for Sunday afternoon because, why he planned on specially Sunday afternoon. Find the reason. Number 4. William wrote notices for. Number 5. The children were surprised when. Number 6. William decided to show another exhibit, so he. Number 7. When Aunt Emily woke up, she. Number 8. Aunt Emily packed her bags and left because. Number 9. William ended up with more or less money than he expected because. Number 10. William's father gave William a pound because. First, go to page number 17. Find the second part for all these sentences and then come back to this video, and you will see on your screen that this exercise is solved for you on the screen. These sentences from 1 to 10 are the second part of the sentences that you found in exercise at page number 111. Come back to page number 19. Find exercise number 4 that says use the sentences from exercise 3 and write a summary of the story. Once you are done with exercise 3, you have completed all the 10 sentences. Now you have to arrange all these 10 sentences in a way that it makes the summary of the story. A summary is basically a short passage that tells us all the main events of the story. You need to arrange all these 10 sentences in a way that it makes just one passage, and it is the summary of the story. Let us move to our next lesson, lesson number 4, page number 18. Open your books at page number 18. Okay, in this lesson we are going to discuss past perfect tense. We will first discuss what is past perfect tense and when do we use past perfect tense, and then we will practice some exercises of it. Past perfect tense, as the name shows, talks about the actions that are finished or completed in the past. The actions that are finished now, that has started in the past and completed in the past. The structure of the sentences in past perfect tense contains subject, had, that would be auxiliary verb for past perfect tense, had. Then third form of verb that is also called past participle. Look at the example. Aunt Emily had eaten. The word had, highlighted in blue color, is the auxiliary verb for past perfect tense. And eaten, third form of verb, eat, that is past participle. The combination of had and third form of verb is mainly past perfect tense. Next idea, talking about past events. When do we speak about past perfect tense, we are talking about events that happened in the past. But what happens when we talk about two events that happened in the past? We are talking about two events that happened in the past. We will use simple past tense or past indefinite tense for the event that happened later, and we will use past perfect tense for the event that happened first in the past. Let's discuss it with the help of example. When Aunt Emily had eaten, she felt better. So tell me, read the sentence carefully and tell me which of the event happened first in the past. Did she eat first or did she feel better first? Yes, she ate first. First she ate, then she felt better. So the sentence, the event that happened first would be had eaten. We will use past perfect for the event that happened first. When Aunt Emily had eaten, this event happened first. She felt better, simple past tense. That happened later or happened after the first event. So, are you clear? When we talk about two events that happened in the past, we will use past perfect for the event that happened first, and we will use simple past tense for the event that happened later. There are two more examples for you to understand clearly. Aunt Emily felt better after she had eaten. This is the same idea that we have discussed above, but the pattern of the sentence is changed now. She had eaten first, then she felt better. So she had eaten is again in the past perfect tense, had eaten. Aunt Emily was snoring because she had eaten a lot of cake. Was she snoring first or she had eaten cake first? Yes, she had eaten first. So this would be past perfect tense. She had eaten a lot of cake. That's why she was snoring. Let's do some practice now. Page number 18, exercise 1. That says, change the verbs in brackets into past perfect tense. And what is past perfect tense? Had plus past participle. Let's read the dialogue out loud. Why were you so surprised at first? And friend says, because I never see a giant before. What we have to do? Find the words in brackets. Never see. These words, never see. We have to change these verbs into past perfect tense. And how do we change this into past perfect tense? We put the verb, auxiliary verb, had after the subject I, because I had. Then we will use past participle for the verb see, never seen. So what is past participle of see? Seen. See, saw, seen. So correct sentence would be, because I had never seen a giant before. Outlaw asks, when did you realize that the giant was two outlaws, one on the top of other? And friend says, after the bottom half of the giant start laughing. So you can see start is in bracket. We have to change it into past perfect. After the giant look at the audience for the time he fell over and lay on the floor without moving. Look again in brackets. We need to change this look also into past perfect tense. And we will put had after the word giant, that is subject, and third form of verb started, had started laughing. After the bottom half of the giant had started laughing. Then after the giant had looked at the audience for a time, he fell over and lay on the floor without moving. These sentences are solved for you. Now let's move to other half of the exercise. This portion of the exercise is left for you to practice your past perfect tense. You need to do it yourself. I will read it once for you. Outlaw. Did the giant manage to get up at once? Friend. No, because the top half of the giant hurt his arm. Find the words in brackets. These words that are in brackets and also highlighted are the main verbs for these sentences. To change the tense, we need to change the main verb. So what shall we do? We will put the auxiliary verb had, and then we will change the main verb into past participle, third form of verb. Find the third form of verb hurt and change the sentence. Next, outlaw. Why was the cat so angry? Friend. Because Henry shut it in the basket. Outlaw. When did the cat scratch you? Friend. After William let it out of its basket. Solve this exercise on your own. And then the answers for this exercise are also given at the end of this video. You can check your answers there. You need to solve this exercise on your book. It would be easy for you to solve it there. Practice it on your notebook, rough notebooks, and then insert the true sentences, correct sentences on the space provided on your books. Next slide, solved exercise are the answers or correct sentences for the exercise we have been practicing for past perfect tense. You can match your answers with these sentences and then you can put your answers to your books. Next, exercise number 2, page number 18, that says read write sentences using past perfect tense. The sentences given here are having two portions for each. We have to join these two portions to make one sentence, and also in the brackets we are given the pattern how do we start these sentences. We need to insert these conjunctions that are when, that, when, etcs. We have to insert between the sentences to join them and make one sentence. Let's solve the exercise. My mother went shopping. I got home from school. We are given two sentences here. My mother went shopping, one idea. I got home from school, second idea. We have to join these two ideas to make one sentence, one idea. So how do we make this one sentence? You can see on your books we are given in the brackets when and then 3 dots. You can also look at the screen. If when is given at the front and 3 dots are after that, we will put when at the start of sentence. It would be when I got home from school. My mother had gone shopping. Now, let us understand what we have done here. There are two ideas. My mother went shopping. I got home from school. These two ideas have happened in the past. So, when we have two events that happened in the past, one would be in past perfect tense and other would be in simple past. And which one would be in past perfect tense? This would be divided according to the happening of the events. The event that happened first would be in past perfect and the one that happened later would be in simple past. So, a student came home from school and he saw that mother had gone shopping. So which happened first? Mother went shopping first. We would start when I got home from school. My mother had gone shopping. The event that happened first would be had gone, past perfect tense. Come to sentence number 2. I forgot my door keys, then I noticed. Which event happened later? The conjunction then tells us that I noticed happened later. And the event that happened first is I forgot my door keys. In the brackets you can see we are given a pattern. Dots, then that, then dots. It means these two sentences would be joined with the conjunction that. We will put half portion of this sentence before that and half portion after that. Look at the solved sentence. Then I noticed that I had forgotten my door keys. So you can see the conjunction that is inserted between then I noticed and I had forgotten. Sentence number 3. Somebody left a window slightly open. Then I saw. Which event happened later? Then. Adverb then tells us that I saw later. Somebody left the window slightly open is the event that happened first in the past. And the same pattern that would be joining these two sentences. We will write. Then I saw that somebody had left the window slightly open. Then I saw. The event that happened later, that conjunction, and second part, somebody had left a window slightly open. You can see had left, had forgotten, had gone. These words or verbs are the past perfect tense. These two, auxiliary verb and main verb, are the main structure of past perfect tense. Come to sentence number 4. I put down my bag. I started to climb the tree next to the house. Which event happened first? I put down my bag first. So how to start this sentence? We are given when. When I had put down my bag, because this happened first. So we will put past participle and had. When I had put down my bag, comma, I started to climb the tree next to the house. So these 4 sentences are solved for you. Follow the same pattern and the rest of the exercise is for you to solve by yourself. So can you do it? Sentence number 5 to 9 are for you to solve. These are left unsolved. You are given sentences here. Change the verbs in brackets to past perfect tense. Sentence number 5. I climbed quite high. I reached the window and opened it a little. I have made this exercise easy for you as the sentence that happened first have the verbs in brackets for you. I have done this for you to make it easy. So the words that are in brackets, you have to change them into past perfect tense, and then you have to arrange these sentences in order like we have solved previously in four examples, and you are given in the brackets at the end of sentences How to start your sentence. Let us do sentence number 5. I climbed quite high. I reached the window and opened it a little. First, we will change the verb in bracket into past perfect. Climbed would be had climbed. I had climbed quite high. Look at the bracket at the end of sentence after. We will start our sentence with the word after. So, after what? After the event that happened first. Which event happened first? I had climbed quite high. The sentence would be after I had climbed quite high, comma, I reached the window and opened it a little. Did you understand? The next sentence number 6 is the same. You will solve it in the same way. Number 7. It spent the day in our bathroom. It was very angry. And the conjunction we are given is because. So, we will put the event that happened first at the end of sentence. Because the event happened first. It had spent the day in our bathroom. It was very angry. So which event happened first? It had spent the day in our bathroom. We will put this event after because. The sentence would be, it was very angry because it had spent the day in our bathroom. Sentence number 8 and 9 are the same we have solved previously. So you have to do it on your own. Don't worry, answers are given at the end. You can check your answers there. Now let's move to exercise number 3. That is also on page number 18. We are given 8 verbs that are the past participle forms of verbs. We have to make sentences for these past participles. I have also given first form of verbs for you to make it easy to understand. So bought is buying something. Bought. That is past participle. Buy, bought, bought. I have also made 3 sentences for you. As we have solved in previous examples, there are 2 events that happened in the past. One would be in past perfect and one would be in simple past. So we are following the same pattern to make sentences. And look at the sentence number 1. I saw my mom had bought us some strawberries. So one event that happened first is had bought us some strawberries. My mom had bought us some strawberries. And the event that happened later is I saw. Number 2. Brought. My teacher was happy because I had brought my homework. Teacher was happy is the event that happened later. And the event that happened first is I had brought my homework. Burnt. I saw. The event that happened later. I saw that the shop had burnt down in the night. So you are going to follow the same pattern to make sentences for caught, met, paid, taught and thought. Best of luck, do it on your own. Now you are given solved exercise 2, page number 18, and sample exercise for exercise number 3, that are sentences. These are sample answers because you have to make your own sentences. Our next section is letter writing. That says, write a letter to your friend thanking him or her for sending you a birthday gift. In this section, we will learn how to write a letter and what are main parts of a letter. Your friend has sent you a birthday gift and you have to write a letter for her or him to thank her or him for sending the gift. You can see a letter on your screens and you will have to follow the same pattern as it is written there. You can imagine that the screen is your notebook page, and you will have to start from the leftmost corner. Examination hall, we will write E capital and hall H capital, and we will not forget insert a comma after hall. Then we will put the address of city. This examination hall is the address of place from where we are writing the letter. Then we will write city colon city's name generally, but in the letter we are doing for our syllabus we will put A dot B dot C dot. Then we will insert date, follow the same pattern of date. Don't forget to put comma after June and full stop after 2020. Then we will write dear friend, that is salutation, salute to our friend, salutation that is called. Capital D for dear, capital F for friend. And this D for dear would be at the same position as the E for examination. And we will insert comma after friend. Then below the F friend, we will write our main message that we have to send to our friend. So we will start with, I hope you are enjoying good health. I received your gift yesterday. It is really precious. I liked it very much. I also showed it to my parents. They liked it too. Thank you for sending me this beautiful present on my birthday. Then we will start a next paragraph. That would be P would be equal to I. Pay my regards to uncle and aunt. That is called closing. And then we will end our letter with our signature, yours truly. Don't forget to put capital Y for yours, capital T for truly, and comma after truly. And then we normally write our name, that is X dot Y dot Z. In the next picture you can see you are given parts of a letter. These parts of letter are separated for you to remember that you are not going to forget any of these. You will have to insert all these parts. You can write the main body of your own. I have written, I hope you are enjoying good health, etc. But you can write a letter of your own. You can change this with your own wording. You have to write this letter in your fair notebooks, and then you have to learn how to write a letter. You have to memorize this pattern of the letter. I hope you have understood today's lecture. We will meet soon inshallah. Take very good care of you. Allah Hafiz.